Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. It's Friday again and you're locked into the Gibz show. Thank you to everyone who's tuned in on this beautiful Friday morning, although the weather ain't that nice, but it is what it is. Alright, cool, so it's 10:15, right, well 10:16, I'm about to do the new song of the weekend, a big shout out. So yeah, let's have some fun with it, let's get it. Yes, welcome back. Good morning everyone who's currently locked in right now. It's 10:16 live here on the Gibz show on Top of FM 95.5, and as I said, I shall be introducing a new song each and every week at 10:15. Oh gosh, we just hit 10:17. Anyways, without no further ado, I thought I should, shout out Rubber and Nick Hansen with the song Reason That You Came Here. Come on, let's get it. Yeah, obviously I do actually listen to the songs, so if you are an artist, send me your songs in and hit me up by email and DM me in it. And maybe it could be your song getting played next week. Yeah. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. And I am the host DJ Gibz, and I've got a special guest in the building, Natalie Okri in the building. I don't know, that's not on my way.
How are you?
I'm good, and yourself?
I'm alright, thank you.
I just want to get straight into it, isn't it? Because we've only got half an hour left.
Let's do
Got a couple questions for you, so yeah. Ready? Alright, cool. First of all, at what age did you start music?
I started when I was like 4, believe it or not, but I started writing when I was like 10.
Who were your inspirations?
Ooh, I have a lot. We'll be sitting here for half an hour.
Right, top 3 inspirations.
Okay, top 3.
Top 3.
From when I was young, right?
Yes.
Okay. Beyonce, obviously.
Of course.
Lauryn Hill.
Ooh.
Goodness, Brandy. I do love a bit of Brandy. But then, okay.
Alright, cool. And a bonus artist. I'll give you a bonus artist. Brandy?
Burna Boy. But not when I was young, but obviously now.
So obviously, I know that when you was younger, you took part in a little kind of talent show, isn't it?
Yeah.
Obviously, if you don't know Natalie, she was like, how old was she then?
10.
10-year-old girl on Britain's Got Talent singing No One. How was your experience on that?
It was fun while it lasted until I got to semi-finals, 3rd place, and then they sent me home and I cried on national TV. Yeah. It was lit though, like I had a lot of fun. What's her name? What's the woman's name again? The judge, what's her face? How come I always forget her name? Okay, I forgot her name, but she said to me, Amanda, that's it.
Come on.
If she's listening to this, she'll probably be like, little. Anyway,
we moved.
So yeah, she even said to me, if you smile on stage, I'll give you 3 packets of Haribos, and I was really looking forward to those Haribos. And yeah, I got the Haribos. I went home with Haribos with tears on my face, but we moved.
So what did you learn from the show?
I learned that no matter how old you are, you can do whatever it is that you want to do and get to where you want to get to, no matter your age.
What did you have? What people looking down on you and that?
Not necessarily looking down on me, but like it was more like she's a kid, we can tell her what to do, kind of thing. Like for example, on the day of the semi-finals, when I was doing rehearsals prior, we were doing dance rehearsals. I was meant to perform I Believe I Can Fly, but then we did dance rehearsals for Superstar as well. So we did rehearsals for I Believe I Can Fly and Superstar, because I was meant to sing I Believe I Can Fly, then Superstar for the finals. And then when it came to the actual day of the semi-finals, they said, literally before I was about to go on stage, they said, you're not doing I Believe I Can Fly anymore, you're doing Superstar, and the dancers are not going to be there. And I was just like, wait, what? And they were like, yeah, that's the final decision. And I was just like, oh no. And I just felt like this is a bad idea. And my mum thinks it was a setup. My mum wasn't happy, but my mum didn't say anything. If she says something,
what did she know in advance? What did she know in advance?
No, they just told us on the spot.
Okay.
Like it was all so fast, and then I just went on stage, and you could see in my face I wasn't really happy, but yeah. So
I feel like you would have killed her. I Believe I Can Fly as well.
I did when I was doing rehearsals.
Oh, sorry, she did. Yeah. So, obviously, I know that you kind of blew from that. So, what was it like being like a child star? in a way.
So many fake friends. And the thing about me, you know how I am, I'm so friendly. Like, I get on with anybody. You could be a tramp. You could be a, I don't know, the word choices right now are so bad, forgive me, yeah, but like, you could be anybody, I'll get on with you well, I won't judge you. So obviously the people I had around me, I actually got bullied in school, and all the people that used to bully me became my best friends. Originally, actually, I'll tell you a secret, yeah, they became my best friends, because they were like, you're the girl from Brisbane, when we were walking on the street, they're like, she's the girl from Brisbane Got Talent, and they're like, yeah, she's our best friend, and I'll be like, yeah, they're my best friends, like, these are the same people that used to make me cry. But even, believe it or not, for Britain's Got Talent, I was meant to go in a girl group with the girls that used to pick on me. And then in the end, they all backed out and I went by myself.
Oh, okay. What, so you're supposed to join Britain's Got Talent as a girl group?
As a girl group.
That's an excuse. No one. What, does anyone know that?
Just the radio station that I had the interview with yesterday.
Oh, okay. So.
And a couple people,
yeah,
but
like radio station yesterday, I'm like on top today. You know what I mean? But it's calm.
Oh gosh.
Because all the time when it comes down to child stars and that, like they don't have like a lot of them like fame gets to the head, isn't it? So like, was it hard for you to like stay humble?
No, it was. I don't understand how people. Well, when you're young, it's not hard to be humble. Like, you're a kid. Like, you're still a child, and I knew that. Like, some people, if they're young and they get the fame, they let the fame get to their head, then I don't know if they think there's some big youth with 10 mil in their account, but do they even have bank account? I think I was very humble. The only thing is, I did used to show off a lot about my designer clothes, because mommy and daddy used to spoil me, so that one there, I'll be honest, that's the only thing I used to show off about, but singing, I didn't.
So after the show, so after Britain's Got Talent, after that, sorry, after the semi-finals of Britain's Got Talent, so like the competition continued after you got kicked out. We move anyways, like, so what did you start, where did you go from there?
So I was signed to Psycho, which is a part of like Universal now,
okay.
And I was just doing loads of shows, loads of performances here and there. I actually performed at one of Nelson Mandela's, it was his birthday party, but like a trusty type of funding thing, and he was actually meant to make an appearance. George Sampson performed there and other people, but George Sampson was the main one that I remembered because we were actually talking. So George Sampson performed, a couple of people performed. Nelson Mandela was meant to come and give a speech because it was his birthday, but apparently he got stuck in South Africa or something like that. I don't know.
So you just hate when that happens.
Oh yeah, because you're just looking forward to it.
Yeah, you're the ones there, like the birthday party, you're stuck in another country, different continent. But that's calm, isn't it? We moved. So how did you balance school and music?
No, I didn't. I couldn't. That's why my mum was just like, I don't know much about the contract, I was only 10, but my mum cancelled the contract. I had to leave the label.
Crazy, you know. She's talking about all of this at the age of 10.
Yeah, literally. And I had to leave the label. I wasn't with them anymore because my mum was not happy that I was not really balancing school and music well.
So where was you going wrong?
I remember I had a lot of like newspaper interviews, and they would ask me a lot about my story, because you know, when your story is you in it. Like, I went to 8 different primary schools and got bullied, all that yada, sob stories, whatever. So I just used to have loads of radio interviews. I started going into the studio, just doing performances here and there, rehearsals, and it was just a lot. So my mom just said, nah. Like, I'll go to school sometimes, all the time.
Oh, so like you wouldn't go to school to do these interviews?
Yeah, and my mum wasn't like, why is she missing school for this?
That's crazy.
It was paying, but...
Well, yeah, obviously education first. We got money on that one. But so when did you, when you hit your teens, was you still doing music, or like, was mum still telling you that?
No, my mum supports me all the way. She supports my decision. Obviously, when you're 10 years old, you don't know what you want. You do know what you want, because I definitely signed up for Britain's Got Talent by myself. I will say that. So all the little kids out there that have talent, you can do it, and just get your parent on board to support you, simple. Wow. So that's what I did. Like, I got my mum on board. I told mommy I'm serious about music. So when I got to college, I actually started studying music, but I regret it. I will say, personally, it's just a personal preference. I kind of regret studying music. Don't really feel like it's really, like, it's done a little bit but not much. But either way, what was the question? I'm waffling.
No, it's cool.
I'm a bit big waffler still.
She went from being the age of 13 trying to be in school, doing school and music, she went back down to being 10 years old and then being in college at the age of 16, 17.
Yeah, basically. Okay, secondary school, yeah. Secondary school was lit. I didn't study music though, it was just normal. But college, I feel like college, that's when I like started taking music seriously.
So, are you an independent artist or are you still signed with Psycho?
No. I'm not with Psycho anymore. I just left a label, an independent label. So now I'm an independent artist.
So, so now that you're an independent artist, how would you describe your music style?
I feel like I'm so happy that I left the label because they had a lot of control over my music style. They wanted me to be this sexy R&B artist. I don't know, and my song Like That came out in September. For the music video, I wasn't really a part of the planning process as much because they wanted a certain look for me and they knew that if I tell my mom, because I would tell a person, I'll go like, mommy this, mommy that, tell my mom won't be for it because she wants me to be covered up because I'm a Christian. So believe it or not, yes, I'm a Christian. So obviously,
no one doubted that.
Because obviously if you watch the video and you see the way I'm dancing, the way I'm dressed, people will just be like, raw, you know what I mean? So even my mom was just like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you singing about stuff like that? But at the time, I liked it, and then after a while, it was just too much control telling me, actually, no, you need to focus more on R&B. But I wanted to continue doing my Afro R&B, Afro beats and stuff. But the label was just like, nah, you need to stick to R&B, and I felt really restricted, and there was too much control. I didn't have any control, and yeah, it was just nah.
So what kind of image do you want to have perceived of you?
Just me, like bright, bubbly. Not necessarily carefree, but like not caring about what people think, and not too like we can do sexy, but not sexy to the point where we're making guys feel hungry for you. Nay, it's too much.
Ooh, next question. How have you handled the pressures of the industry?
I give it to God, honestly, because the industry is so messed up. I literally just give it to God. I trust in God because, boy.
But what problems have you faced out within?
If I start. Well, I'll just name one mainly. Well, I'll say mostly like just labels, control. That's my main one that I don't mind being signed again, but it would really depend on what the contract is like and how the process will be. And I would want to keep my manager because my manager's doing her thing. Big up Sharon.
Yeah, big up Sharon, indeed.
Yeah, it's just, I feel like just the control thing. I want to be able to be a free artist and do what I want in a way. Obviously with a team like helping me decide what's right, but not being in control of my creative style.
So throughout this interview, obviously, like you mentioned how much like your mum and like dad have supported you throughout your whole career. Like, how important has it been for you to have like a circle around you?
It's actually very important. If I didn't have my family supporting me, especially my sister, because she speaks words of wisdom. If I didn't have my family and my team around me, I don't know what I would do. I probably would have given up music only because my mum knows how hard I work. And she always like, and my dad's always like, Natalie, you're gonna blow, and I'm just like, yeah, literally, I'm just like, oh, I'm on the floor crying, like, okay, it's a bit dramatic, but like, if it wasn't for all of those words that lifted me up, I probably would have given up. And that's one thing that I'll put out there, that you don't give up, because the more you keep working, you're climbing. This is a journey for me, and there's gonna be an end of the journey. Like there's always going to be mountains you have to climb, rivers you have to swim through. You just need to get through it and just trust. Personally, I'll say trust in God, because boy, and have your people there by your side, and always trust in your people as well, because if you don't trust in them, they're not necessarily going to trust in you, and you have to respect your people as well, show them love. So
what's been like your biggest downfall?
In terms of music, or
in your career?
That's a good question. I feel like my biggest downfall was just not being consistent, and not being consistent, not being true to myself. And there was a stage in my career where I was actually a bit confused. I was like, raw, I like doing this type of music, I like doing this type of music, I like doing this type of music, but I don't know which path to actually go. And I feel like I was still trying to find my sound, but I know my sound now. So I feel like it's not really a downfall, to be honest. It's more like a, what's the words? It's more like a, it's still a journey. It's more like a journey, to be honest. But I feel like you have these downfalls and you need them to kind of bring you up and improve you. So yeah.
And cool. So knowing what you know now, what would you tell your 10-year-old self?
Knowing what I know now, don't let people. Okay, it's easy and hard to say this, but like I feel like it goes back to the control thing, because on Britain's Got Talent, they have a lot of control.
Is that because of your age or?
Maybe, I don't know, because if I was older, they could have done the same thing. I don't know. So I feel like if I did, because on the day when I performed Superstar, the judges said to me, this is a bad song choice, why did you perform that? It doesn't show your vocal ability. And I was just like, oh my days, I believe I can fly. I did. But I said that in my head, obviously. But like, it goes back to the whole control thing. Like, they came last minute and changed the plan. Like, I chose the songs I wanted to do. Obviously, I chose Superstar, which I shouldn't have. But, like, you know when you have your list of songs you choose, I chose Superstar and I Believe I Can Fly. Then they swapped the songs around. My mum thinks it was set up. But let me not talk too much. But, like, that goes back down to control. And then, obviously, when I was with the label, it was just too much control. And I didn't get to do what I want to do. So I told my 10-year-old self, do what you want to do. Because when you do what you want to do, it's the inside of you, it's the spirit inside of you pushing you to actually be your best you, if you get what I mean. So, yeah.
Cool. So, like, where you are fairly now, like, what do you kind of do? Like, how do you try to stay pop and like stay relevant?
Just engaging with my fans, really. Just engaging, constantly working. I'm always in the studio, dropping singles. Obviously, my last single before Roll With Me was Slow and Steady. It dropped that in February, so it's been a bit of a while since I've dropped something, but I'm gonna be dropping a lot more often. But yeah, just engaging with my fans, really. Instagram, Snap. I'm not really a Twitter fan, but yeah, Twitter.
Oh, that's calm. So obviously, like, with the being on that social media presence and that, like, what do you think of cancel culture? Like, are you kind of scared of that cancel culture?
Oh gosh. I was literally talking about this last night with my friends. Cancel culture.
Yeah.
Personally, I stay out of it. It's not my business. I don't want to be involved. I don't cancel anybody.
I'm talking about you getting cancelled. So, like, how do you feel about that? As in, like, because obviously, like, yes, you want to post, you want to stay popping and that, but at the same time, you might do that one post and it might get that bit of like controversy.
See,
and that.
I'm not like tooting my own horn, but I will know the things to post to not put myself in the wrong light. Like, I feel like sometimes it's common sense and sometimes it's just use wisdom. Do you really think that posting that will benefit in you in life, or will it cause catastrophe? You know what I mean? So
And obviously coming out like that segment, because I know that you was kind of scared to get cancelled from whatever answer you gave. Anyways, so like, where you from? Like, what's your background?
I'm from Zimbabwe, Malawi, South Africa, and Nigeria.
Shout out to everyone who kept up with that one. So, how has like, you know, like your culture influenced your music?
Oh, a lot still, especially my Nigerian side. My dad used to tell me about 5 years ago or 6 years ago, he used to say to me, Natalie, start doing Afrobeat. Afrobeat's going to take over the world. I was like, oh, Afrobeat, I'm really Afro. I like fashion, I like R&B, yay. Dad is like, no, Afrobeat, I'm telling you, Nigeria is going to take over. Africa is going to take over. I was like, okay. And then I just felt like, all right, cool. So like maybe like 3 years ago, I started listening to more Afrobeats. Listen to a lot of like Wizkid, Tiwa Savage, Simi, Burna Boy, and I was really inspired. And yeah, and I started learning a bit of Yoruba, even though I'm Urhobo, and I started putting it into my music. And I've got loads of Afrobeat songs, but they're not out yet.
Oh, that's it.
So yeah, I feel like that inspired that part of my music, more my Afro.
So one Afrobeat, putting you on the spot, one Afrobeat artist that you work with or want to make a song with?
Burna Boy. Period.
Did I say one? I said top three. You know, I said top three.
Oh, top three. Okay, let's go. Burna Boy, Tiwa Savage, Wizkid.
Alright, cool. So to anyone who hasn't listened to your music or heard about you, what's the one thing you can say they look forward to musically?
My melodies, my harmonies, especially my harmonies. My harmonies will set you free.
That's my harmony.
Those
That's a caption, you know. That's exactly my harmonies will set you. Oh, you might. I'm putting you on. Man. Alright, cool. So the music industry can be obviously extremely sex driven and less focused on the talent itself. How have you managed to keep your balance when it comes to sex appeal and also showcasing your work?
Only recently. You know, I told you when I was with my label, like, I know I keep attacking them, don't get me wrong, they did a great job, they're amazing people, big up Mitch, yeah, big up Scratch, they're good people, but I just feel like everybody does this whole sex sells thing, and it's like, hey, focus on the vocals. I can sing, like, I can write. I mean, I write my own shit. Oh, sorry, no swearing. But it's like, I actually work hard for I work hard to make the music sound good. Let's focus on the vocals. But it's more like, Natalie, you've got a nice body, you've got thick thighs, you've got a big bum, you got small waist. This is what the industry love. Let's use it. Sex sells. And it's just like, why should sex sell when it's the talent that even got the person recognized in the first place? Why do we have to add these toppings on top of the cake when it will just make it fall over? Do you know?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, but like, how do you feel? Because obviously, like, that sex thing is a part of the industry, unfortunately, and also with social media, there's a lot of people, not that, let me say, don't have the vocal range like you do, but then are still able to blow.
Yeah.
And I guess are taking some of your opportunities, I guess, as a talented artist.
Yeah, that's true.
How do you feel about that?
Well, it's God's time, innit? I feel like if it's their time, my time will come.
Or do you like feel any kind of like envy about it?
No.
Because it's just like, you know, like, I've been grinding for so long, I've like...
Nah. I feel like what I will get what's coming for me. Like, I feel like it's all a journey. Look at Central C. What? He's been doing this for 10 years. He's only blown now. Like, he's been doing his thing, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But now, look at him, 100 mil, he's all over billboards. Like, I didn't know about him until I kept seeing his stuff, and I was like, oh, wow, what's that? Then I heard someone say Central C, they're playing his music. I was like, oh, this is the guy with the orange West something. Like, he's doing his thing, man. So look at that. Like, stuff like that inspire me, and I'm just like, yeah, man. So even when you say, do I get envy? No, I'm inspired when I see other people doing their thing and they blow quick. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, if they can do it, I can do it too.
Cool. So where you are at now, like, musically, like, what's like the future looking for you?
Bright, by the grace of God. Okay, so in terms of
random little accent, but okay. You're like absolutely nowhere.
Now, yeah, I've got a remix dropping soon for Roll With Me with Sneakbo and Rams. Big up Sneakbo, big up Rams. Coming out on the 18th, so stay active for that one. So that's kind of like a little bit of little cherry on the top of the cake, and I've got my EP coming out soon. After a couple singles, I'm going to be giving you guys a taste of Natalie.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Cool. So obviously, to round up, thank you for coming on the show, Natalie. So can you let the people know where they can find you?
Yeah, so you guys can follow my Instagram. That's Natalie Okri, NatalieOkri _ Natalie Okri _, and my Twitter is Natalie Okri _ OKRI, and my Snapchat is Natalie Okri. My YouTube is Natalie Okri.
No way.
No way. I never knew. So,
wait, how could you think of that? Come up with a stage name? How could you just?
It was Miss Okri. It was Miss Okri. That was my thing.
Wait, so what happened?
My manager was just like, Natalie, let's just keep it consistent. Because obviously the Britain's Got Talent video got 124 million views. And my manager's like, that is what we want. She just wants.
But don't forget though, like, your image has kind of changed though.
It has, but it's still my name. Like, I feel like even when you Google me, you see Natalie Okri. Like, it's,
yeah, true.
You know what I mean? So it's just like now changing it.
Yeah, but don't forget, like, Diddy's changed his name.
Yeah, but he's P Diddy. I mean.
No, wait, he's now loving it.
Oh, I never knew that. You see what I mean?
Updated, innit?
Do you see what I mean? I didn't know that.
Daddy,
no, but do you see what I mean? I didn't know that. How about people that are there that's trying to follow my journey and then they just, like, when they lose me, they're like, what's she called now? Like, Just like that, I didn't even know that P Diddy pulled out that.
But it's common. Don't he went from P Diddy to Diddy, and then brother love to them love.
Huh? Oh my gosh, I didn't know that. But thanks for the education.
But anyways, obviously shout out to Sean Combs, innit? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this has been on top of film 95.5 on the Ty Gibz show.
So yeah, no, obviously.
I'll just cut out whatever needs to be cut out.
Yeah, obviously, like the label did their thing. When I say they did their thing, like you see my videos before, and then you see like that, the levels have changed. Literally, they showed me the levels. I was like, I never knew that this is how real music videos are meant to be like, because my videos before would just be one man with a small camera, one person with one light like this, and then bare people. I remember my video shoot for Get It. That song was lit. I can't lie, Get It lit. So obviously we did a video for that song.
What's your favorite song out of all your songs?
The songs that are out.
All of them.
No, let's say the songs that are out. Because if I show you the one that.
Cool. The ones that aren't out, yeah, isn't it?
So the ones that are out, in order. I'm gonna say 3 in order. It's so sticky. Okay, so I'll say Roll Me's alright. That song I don't feel is alright.
It's alright. Your own song.
Nah, I don't really feel like. It's just a vibe, like, say you want to roll with me, it's not really like, it doesn't touch my heart, you know?
Why did you release it? That's what
Because
don't forget, like, some artists will be like, but I ain't dropping it until I'm feeling it.
Nah, I dropped it because when I wanted to drop it, I felt like this is a banger. But I've made better songs already after that.
So you improved basically?
Yeah, I've definitely improved.
You made it to sound like, oh, dude, I like it like that.
No. I used to. No, every song that I drop, I'm like, oh my days, this is a banger, oh my days. You know what I mean? Like I'm so excited, and I drop it, and then after that, I'm just like, yeah, moving on, back to the studio, start cooking, and I bring out better, and I'm just like, shit, I didn't know I could do that. And then I'm like, okay, let's do this again. I go see, I'm like, shit, Natalie, is that you?
Wait, do you celebrate?
Well, whilst I'm recording, I'll be drinking Ring and Nephews, yeah.
I was talking about like, you know, like, if you drop a song, yeah, like you see it like doing numbers or something.
You see, do you know what's funny? I plan to, and I never do. I don't think like it's worth celebrating yet.
So what's the milestone you're gonna hit?
When I hit like 10 mil, maybe I might take everybody that's involved to Hakkasan. My old manager did that. My old manager did that from the label. He took us all to Hakkasan. He paid for everybody. It came out to 880 something. I was in that receipt. I filmed it on my Snapchat, and he paid for everything. I was just like,
you got that manager,
man. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like I'm not drilling the label as such, because Mitch really did his thing. Like he really did his thing, but it was just the control, man. Like
free up.
Free like.
Have you seen the contract since?
Read your contracts, people.
The contract was bad.
You ready, yeah?
This always happens with artists.
You don't know, man.
No, I read the contract and then I said, Daddy, my dad's a lawyer, he's a barrister and a solicitor. So I said, Daddy, look at my contract. What did he want? He wanted something.
Wait, was this before or after signing?
After.
Okay, but I said it before as well, but he was busy.
So you signed it and then after.
Wait, no, listen. No, wait. This is what happened. I read it. I was like, this is horrible. And then Then I called my dad. I said, Dad, I need you to read this contract. He was like, cool, I'm a bit busy, but I'll see what I can do. Email it to me. I emailed it to him. And then the guy, the manager of the manager of the label, the owner of the label, he was like, Natalie, sign a contract. We want to start working. Sign a contract.
That's what they do though. They'll push you to make you feel like, oh yeah, do it now, before you have time to actually create it.
And then I was like, oh, I don't know.
Wait, how old was you at this point? Was it?
This is last year. I left the label 3 months after I signed the contract. So
how many labels have you been on?
Wait,
just 2.
How did you come out the contract?
Listen, let me get I need to do a YouTube channel on this.
Nice. This is being on my one. Subscribe.
So yeah, obviously, like, what was that?
Leaving the label.
Yeah. So how I got into the contract. So then he was like, come to my house. let's look at the contract. No, he's my manager, we're cool.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, come to my house, we'll look at the contract, I'll read it through to you, make you understand it. I know there's gonna be things that you probably read that scare you, I'll explain it. I was like, cool. So I went, he explained it, all the things that were bad, he sugarcoated it. He's like, no, trust me, this doesn't mean that. It actually
Never
means
trust
this.
someone to say
So
trust
wait,
me when it comes to
your manager shagged you as well?
He shagged me.
Oh, he definitely
He shagged me. And in my face as well, smiling in my face. We took shots together after I signed it, celebrated. And in my, if I want to say the words that I want to say right now, boy.
Bro, we're not on air no more.
You're just behind the scenes though. So
Now you can swear, not on that.
Like obviously, it just felt like I was doing a deal with the devil. Like it was mad. So then, obviously after that,
So which label was this with?
let's not bait out.
Oh, okay, cool. Right.
I already said the name though, but
you didn't say the name earlier, but it's cool.
You said everything on this point, didn't it?
yeah.
It's
So,
calm.
yeah.
So did you have rights to your music or not? You had no rights to your music?
Well, that song that I released, thank God it's only on 41,000 streams and no more. And then the rest is on my YouTube channel. It has like 128,000 views, and it's on my own channel, so it's calm. It's not theirs, it's mine. But the streams, he's eating. All of that's going to him. I'm not getting any of that. Because he distributed it. Me, I always like to distribute all my stuff. See what I mean? I'm a control freak. I like to have control for my music. Control freak for my music. So obviously, I like to release everything. I like to be in charge. But he was like, no, you're the artist. I'm the manager. I'm the boss. That's what he used to say to me, those exact words. And
I'm the
just
boss.
like he likes when I toot his horn and be like, oh, you're the best manager. Oh, you're the... That's what the other artists used to do.
Who's he managed prior to you? That's actually on top. Let's
Nobody.
say.
Well, actually, that's a lie.
On top of
See?
that.
No, I was lying.
They got time, mate.
I was like, he's managing Scratch, but Scratch has been doing good by himself. I don't think it has anything to do with his manager at all, or the label at all. Scratch was big before he signed with the label. And then Scratch just started getting better because he works with better artists. He introduced me to a couple artists. I did vocals for Darko's song. I did vocals for Oxlade, because of Scratch. Scratch put me on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Scratch put me on. I'll say that with chest. Scratch, he chills with Tion Wayne, all of these people.
Scratch chills with my guys, isn't it? You know James, isn't it?
Yeah, the guitarist.
That's my guy.
Oh, that's my friend. I met him not through Scratch though.
Look at that.
Small one. So yeah, obviously, that's who the label have, and he's big, but I feel like he's not as big as he should be, because with what he does and how many people he knows, it's just a bit like, you should be popping. You know what I'm saying?
Everyone's time is everyone's time, isn't it?
Exactly. That's why I was saying I don't get when I see other people popping and this. My friend, he manages Midas the Jiggle Band. She dropped one song and she blew. And I was like, how did your artist do it?
It's a banger though.
It is a banger.
It is a banger.
It is a banger. It's a banger. But it's just that one song and they blew, but there's other people that have been crawling over mountains with knives like this.
But then I mentioned that though, innit?
Yeah, but I said that. What did I say? What was the
You said
point?
everyone's time is the time.
Exactly.
Right, she went for the humble approach, innit?
Yeah.
No, but
This is the real voice coming out.
no, I didn't say that.
Nah, blame.
Why are you changing my words?
Oh, sorry.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
No, I get what you mean though, I do get what you're trying to say though.
Yeah.
She made one song in the blue and people did what albums, EP, singles for 5-6 years and what they haven't gone anywhere. It only takes one song, it just takes one song.
I feel like I feel like if you don't know what you're doing, because the music industry, you need to play your cards right. Trust me, if you don't know what you're doing, it's very, very hard to be noticed, even to be heard. I'm telling you, if you don't have the right connects, you don't know who to talk to, you don't know what to do, you won't know how to do it. And I'm telling you, because I remember when I was doing music, when I first started by myself, I used to wonder, how do I get my song on SoundCloud? I mean, not SoundCloud, iTunes. How do I get my song on Spotify? I used to sit there and wonder, how do you do that? Imagine at one point I didn't know how to do it. And there's many people out there that probably don't, and they just put their songs on SoundCloud. I used to be like that. It was actually what's that teacher's name that I had? The light skinned teacher. Carrie. She's a blessing from heaven. You gotta be nice.
Nah, I ain't doing that. She's a bitch, yeah? She's a bitch.
No, she's horrible. I'm not gonna lie. Do you know what she said to me? She was like, what did she say? She was like, you're probably not gonna get that big or something. What did she say? She was like, just in case. I don't remember what she said, but she said something that really put me down. I was looking at her like, because she wanted
what colour is she?
light skin. Basically, I think she's just a hater. Do you know why? Because I was doing well with my music, like in terms of like making my music, and I said, yeah, I'm gonna go on tour. I'm gonna plan a tour, and she was like, yeah, I used to be a singer as well, but I ended up just singing on. Where did she say? Was she singing on a cruise ship?
Oh no!
Everyone does it when they go on a cruise for like 6 months and then come back.
That's good though. I think it's good.
It's good money, right? I think it's good. I don't think it's good for your career, but
I
it's
think
good
that's
money.
what she wanted to do, but she said she was like she wanted to do her music career, then she became a teacher. And she was like, yeah, I just became a teacher, and I was like, oh, so you didn't get
blow, that's why.
Yeah, I said to her, you didn't get to live your dream, and then she tried to put me down, and I was just like,
people like that.
She that's how like she had our calm moments.
yeah,
But then like
sometimes
she just had mood swings. Didn't it?
yeah, mad mood swings.
Yeah.
So not in a peak where like when it was that
It
time,
wasn't
just
even
mood.
period. It wasn't even period that could do that because I don't even have mood swings like that.
Was it bad? Switched up just
It was
Yeah, like
weird.
when she had an attitude, didn't
It was weird with her half curly, half straight hair, fam.
What?
Her hair's
So
got
her
heat
hair's
damage.
confused like she is.
It's heat damage, bro. You know the top will be curly and then the ends will be straight. Like what? Heat damage for true. I told her cut it off. You know, I want to cut it off.
You did not mention any Caribbean country. Allow it, man.
I'll just throw water on everything.
Live on camera.
It wasn't me.
Just show my boss, man. And your fans.
Your fan.
Cancel.
Cancel
Why is everybody doing this? Was it this much pressure back in the day when people was making proper music? Like,
Most definitely not.
I don't think cancel culture was bad back in the day as much as it is now.
It wasn't a thing.
Well, it didn't exist.
I feel like everything.
It's social media.
Everything in this generation is just.
It's all social media at this point. Because think about it, R. Kelly, he's from 30 years
Living
doing
life,
this thing,
you
bro.
know. Imagine if R. Kelly was doing this thing in this
Hey.
thing, and or even if Michael Jackson was alive right now, yeah, and you
Their thing, like, their career would have been done at it. Because you can literally just say one bad line and you're done at it.
It's so peak
Alright.
now. My dad always said.
I said yesterday.
I literally said it on camera. I was like, oh yeah, me and you was talking about this.
Crazy.
But I feel like my dad always says to me, you have one chance. When you get in the limelight, you have one chance. It's like, my dad always explains it like this. You're behind the curtain, you're fixing everything, you say to your manager, how's this look, how's this look? You're like, okay, how's this look, how's this look? And then you're like, okay, cool, you're ready, you're prepared. Then you go out. No, you don't go out, the curtain opens and you're ready. Or you can be, curtain opens,
you're ready.
and you're not ready. Then it's peak. That one, everyone will remember it. You have to prepare well in advance. That's why I like chilling with my dad, you know. Although he pisses me
Well,
off.
you got your parents though.
No,
Like, you
yeah.
got to shout them out.
Oh, like, especially being black as well, and they support you from young, especially
Yeah,
from music,
facts,
like,
facts.
from back then.
No, my
you know,
dad
shit.
did not support the music thing at first, don't get me wrong. He said, Natalie, when I was studying music in college, he did not want to be involved. He wanted me to go to sixth form. He was not involved. He said, you're studying law. I said, I'm studying music. And then whole of college, I was not involved with my dad. I didn't really see him much. All it was just sending me money, that's about it. But then when it came to uni, he wanted to be involved. He was like, okay, we're doing this together. You're going to...
But you saw, obviously, you saw the products and I'm saw the fruit of it, innit? Like, it was actually working for you.
Yeah, he was like, okay, you're going to study law. I was like, no. He was like, okay, what do you want to study then? He met me halfway. I was like, I want to study music. And he was like, trust me, I don't think it's a good idea. I was like, oh, Daddy, please. He was like, okay, let's see if we can find you a joint honours where you can do both. You can do law and music. I was like, I don't want to be a lawyer. Because he's a barrister, solicitor, and a property investor. So I was just like, no, I don't want to do law. Like, why do you want me to do law? He wants me to take over his firm and his property company. I was like, Daddy, I don't want to be a lawyer.
Kind of understandable though, like, my future son has to be a DJ, yeah.
You see what I mean? Like, don't do that to your child.
Your daughter.
Don't, no, I'll never do that to my child.
Not force them, but like, you would obviously want to see
No,
them.
but I wouldn't want them to be a
But you love to see them doing something that you love doing. It's just basically like,
Okay, I'll force them all to do music, play instruments. They have to learn an instrument.
by force.
By force. If you want to be a footballer, you have to do guitar lessons, or you have to do piano lessons, or you have to do something to do with music. The girl, if she wants to sing, she can't sing. If she wants to play piano, she can play. If she wants to play flute, play flute. If she wants to play trumpet, go and play. You want to play drum, go and drum on the
So to be
sofa.
honest, either way, you're still gonna get royalties, innit? I forgot what
I have
song
a
it-
guitar, a bassist that does my bass lines for me sometimes. He played for Wizkid for that song.
Blessings.
Is
Bless.
it Blessings?
No. Blessed.
Blessed. No, it's the E one. Yeah,
No,
you know, it is
Blessings,
Blessings.
Day One.
Yeah. Manny, my friend
Yeah.
Manny, he's on that and he plays for me as well. And he's getting royalties, but sometimes I say, do you want upfront?
You can play the triangle, ding, and get royalties.
Not all the time.
Yes, you can.
Royalties,
not all the
royalties.
time.
You can get royalties.
But if you're not on
Yeah.
job, if you're not on
Hey,
job,
man, deep
No,
in
no,
it.
no, no.
Hold on. If you made a song, yeah, and I clapping it, I add it to the beat.
You can.
I'm getting royalties.
You could
Put my
produce-
name on
yeah,
it.
but only if you're smart. Some people don't know.
Yeah,
They
Yeah,
don't
you
get.
could, if you claps in it and it's part of it, you could produce the beat.
Man,
It's true,
anything.
it's true, it's true.
That's why Diddy's always like, take that. He's getting. Are you
See
mad?
Burna Boy's album, yeah? Diddy's making bread.
Diddy's making
On who?
bread.
Burna Boy's latest album.
Oh yeah.
Khaled, he's making money off
Diddy
anything.
spoke
now.
on one track. He spoke on one track, yeah? Well,
Yeah,
interviewed him.
yeah.
Just money Diddy's making
I need to go claim my royalties. I did vocals on Oxlade and
Yeah,
Scratches.
you got PRS.
I have PRS, but I didn't even. They didn't credit me on nothing.
Ah, see, there you are. Don't blame the label though.
You're legal to the patent. Well,
I was under the same label as them.
That's what I'm saying. Like, all you could just do.
Did
is
you
not-
know? It's because they were doing me dirty from the get go. Scratch like Natalie, yeah. My manager got me a deal with Warner. No, was it Warner? Yeah, Warner. You should join our label. Trust me, I'm putting you on. My manager should be your manager because I know you love the music thing. We'll show you the levels. This is that. I was like, I don't know. Tell him to come to my house to meet my mom and we'll have a meeting and discuss it. Because I'm Christian. I was praying and fasting.
She's a Christian, guys. Again. She's letting us know that.
He's a believer.
No, but I'm still, don't forget, I'm only human. Don't be having bare high expectations from me, I beg. So, obviously, like I was praying and fasting because I just left a manager, the old manager, I think it was my first proper manager.
How many managers have you had?
3.
Including the one now, yeah?
Including my one now. So if you minus her, I've only had 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so he was my first ever manager because my music started
Oh,
popping
you
off.
could open the door now, yeah.
Yeah, because my music started popping off when I dropped my song called Get It.
Oh, the breeze.
Exactly, that's why I said okay.
Now I
was
understand.
nice.
Man, you're wearing a hoodie, bro.
Take it off.
You're one of them, man, innit?
In the club, don't be wearing the jacket.
I went back because it's raining. I didn't know it was going to get hot in it. Like this.
The man's not hurt.
Why am I seeing water inside of my...
I'm saying, if you stand right by the stairs,
I can feel it on my legs, but not up
Oh, yeah,
there.
slowly.
it'll come in a sec.
Wait, so question though, how you said like, right, like you kind of regret like going to college to do music. What do you wish that you did instead?
Businessman, I should have listened to my dad. Your
Something
parents.
more.
Yeah, proper. But I studied, in uni I studied business and music. I did joint honours and I preferred business. When I was studying business, I was loving it. I was getting A's. Music, it was just a drag. I was like, oh, like, flipping my
So
stuff.
in other words, you basically regret studying music because you could just do it on the outside and then.
Bro, it's nothing like the music industry. You know, everything I studied in music all my life, it did not even show me the pepper that music industry shows you, Sha.
Okay.
You have to be in the industry and experience it to know it. You can't teach the music industry because it comes at you in different angles that may have never even happened in history.
What advice would you give to someone like that's trying to be in the industry or trying to make it?
Just connects. You need to network. Network.
Networking is life.
Network. And know how to sell yourself. You're a product. It's true. You have to know how to sell yourself. When you're an artist, that's your brand, you're a product. You come in a package and you need to very carefully wrap yourself and do not let there be any crinkles. You need to make sure your pattern. And it's not easy because everybody has high expectations from you. Look at this whole cancelled thing. You have to move right and it's pressure, a lot of pressure. It's a lot, I can't lie. But when you have a solid team, it kind of makes it a bit easier. Now it's just the artists themselves that can't move erratic. Because sometimes, like, my manager sometimes, she like, when I do something mad, she smoothens it out for me sometimes. So when you have a good team, you can kind of get away with some things, you know what I mean? Like recently I shot my music video for a Roll Me remix the remix with Sneebo and Rams. And Sneebo pissed me off because he said he's not coming to the shoot anymore. I was like, why are you not coming? He was like, remember I told you already, and Rams brought it up. And I was like, I don't know if I should say it though. I might as well.
You can beat this out.
No, it's not that deep. I'll be.
After these messages, we'll be right back. Yo, Dan, which one we doing?
place non-stop. Yeah.
Check,
Come and let's
MD,
make
you already
it
know.
rap.
Look,
Yeah.
I saw my crepes, vintage, windows tinted. I'm a gangster for life, that's why I'm on a gal them it list. I hate when a man them move like bitches. One bang to this brother's.
Original song, Roll Me, the original by myself. The original was me and him first, then I was gonna drop a remix. And I was meant to get Shabo on the remix, and Shabo and who was the other person? Yeah, Ram was meant to be on it, Shabo, and there was meant to be one more person. It was gonna be longer. I can't remember who the third person was meant to be. But yeah, so it was meant to have them on the remix, and then original would have been me and Gino J. When I say the industry is fake, oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but the industry is fake. People move fishy. Like Gino J now, he was coming, we were planning the video shoot, whatnot. Then his manager calls my manager and says, we can't, there's a problem with the release. We said, what was the problem? Saying something about how our songs are dropping around the same time. It was like, what's wrong with that? It's a feature. It's not that deep, but the manager didn't want it to drop around the same time. And then like 2 days later, he was like, Gino J's not coming. And I was like, what? And I messaged Gino J, I was like, you're still coming next week? Cool. I think it was in a couple of days. He was like, yeah, I'll see you there. I was like, cool. Then my producer, who produced Roll With Me, calls me, he's like, Natalie, are you still shooting a video on that day? I was like, yeah. He was like, because Gino J is coming studio on that day with this artist called Lavelle. No, not Lavelle. This other artist. And I was just like, what? What do you mean we're shooting on that day? What are you talking about? And he was like, yeah, nah. Gino J said he's not. Gino J he said he's coming.
I know the batch doesn't last that long on that thing.
Go.
And I was just like, what? Alright, cool, let's see how this goes. So I was just quiet and just observing. And I told my manager, was like, cool, I saw this coming. I was like, what do you mean you saw this coming? She was like, from when he said the release, something to do with the release. Because my manager's been in the industry. She used to manage, she was part of the management team for J Haas, Notes, and T Willer. She got T Willer signed to a major label. And yeah, so see, she's been in the industry. She knows how people move fishy. She's been telling me people in the industry are fishy. Don't trust anything that anyone says. People are fishy. I was like, oh no, I doubt it. I had to feel it and go through it to actually know that the industry is fake. So obviously now, then Gino J's messaging me saying, yeah, I'm gonna be there. The night before the day of the shoot, I messaged him saying, yes, I'm seeing you tomorrow. Yeah, he was like, calm. I was like, okay, cool, I'm gonna send you the time sheet and everything. His manager calls 2 minutes later to my manager saying, Gino J's not coming. But Gino J's messaging me, telling me he's coming. What's going on? And I get a call from the producer saying that he's going to studio on that day. So Gino J's capping at this state. I'm thinking, do you not have the balls to come and say you're not coming to the shoot? Like, why do you have to be all moving fishy? Like, it's not making sense.
Industry's mad.
Literally. So I just got him out there. Luckily, I had a second backup. I don't know why I had a backup. It's only by God. I had a backup with just me on the whole song. So when I shot the video, the next day of the video shoot, we didn't need to cancel anything. Everything was flowing calm. Shoot was lit. And I had my verse there already planned. Now I just went back to the studio to re-record it. So then, obviously I was like, cool, Gino J, you're not going on the song no more. So I did the remix. Rams jumped on it, he came to studio, recorded his verse.
How did you get Rams?
Because me and Rams have bare songs together. He hollered at me. You know that time when I was on Shadeborough?
Yeah.
Shortly after that, like maybe like a few days after that, he DM'd me asking to do a song with me. So I was like, oh. So that was like all the way in like September.
Okay.
So since then, me and him been in the studio making, we've got quite a few songs together. So,
Do you think you could get him on the show?
huh?
Do you think you could get him on the show?
We'll discuss in private. So,
Look at that, he's like.
Is that Rams on my show?
So obviously, then Rams jumped on it, and then Sneakbro called me, and he was like, Natalie, come studio. I was like, raw, okay, cool, when? He was like, now. I was like, huh? It was like 8 in the morning. I was like, now. He was like, nah, today, but like probably later. I'm gonna be in studio in the next like.
She was like, I'm panicking like.
Yeah, I was panicking because I was not prepared. I was at my mom's house. I didn't even, okay, yeah, so I was just like, okay, cool. I had to change around my plans and stuff because I was free, but like I had stuff to do in the daytime, so I was just
Yeah,
like,
okay.
cool. So I just got some stuff out of the way, patterned it, got to the studio late at like 7 when he called me at 8 in the morning. So I got there like 7 now, and we banged out. We made that in total. So over the time frame, we've made 12 or 13 songs. So it's gonna drop.
How the hell?
You work great.
That's
And
amazing.
you know what's mad? That session, we started at 7, we finished at 7 a.m. We did 12 hours. Then me and him, all our studio sessions start like 6, 7, we'll finish 10 a.m, 11 a.m, maybe like, if we're lucky, 6 a.m.
So when it's like, let me say 3 a.m. and you're still good, don't you ever just feel low, not low, but like tired, like, right, like, man,
Nah, when you're doing music, you're alive. I swear.
was he just writing bare lyrics in the
I'm
studio?
recording. It's lit. Like,
Hey.
I love making music. Music is life. Like, I swear. So then I was like, because he wanted me to feature one of his songs first. The first song, he was like, I want you to do a verse. I was like, no, he wanted me to do the hook. So I did the hook. And then after we finished that, we started something else. And we started something else. And then days went, and we were just making music regularly, meeting up regularly, recording. And then I was like, oh, bro, you might as well jump on my remix, roll with me, because I think you would actually F it up. Because it's, I'm talking about bad girl shit with the gangsters.
Yeah, basically, that kind of stuff was.
Exactly. So he was like, okay, cool, let me hear the song. He was like, yeah, fuss with this, let me do this. And then he did his thing. And yeah, then he jumped on the remix.
So did
you know Ram was on it at the time, or you didn't know
He
Ram?
knew. I told him, oh, Rams was on the song, by the way. Do you want to hear his verse? He was like, okay, yeah. Played it. He was like, oh, yeah, he went enhanced still. He even complimented the nigga like
And then when it came to the shoot now,
that he did pissed me off. So on the day of the shoot, Ray and Nephew sponsored us in it, so they gave us bare Ray, they gave us bare Maggie, they gave us bare like Ray flags, Ray cups, all of that. So I was just like, you know what? I'm pissed. My manager was like, Natalie, Ray's my favorite. I'm telling you, I drink Ray like water.
Ray.
So
Poison.
I love Ray. I
Poison.
love Ray.
it doesn't
So-
even taste nice. does it?
Trust me.
Listen.
Do you know what my manager did? Because I was so pissed. See that cup here? We had the cup like that, but you know the red cups? She
Oh,
poured
yeah.
me like halfway of the cup. Like the cup's like that big. It was like there. It was a lot. And I was just like, and everyone was just like, what?
You're mad.
Everyone was screaming, you're mad! This is that. And I had an empty stomach. I hadn't eaten as well.
You wanna die?
And I was angry. I was like, you know, bun this.
Wait, was she just thirsty or something, or like just excited to?
I don't know. Blame my manager. She poured it all the way. She was like, I made
Yeah,
off
she's
Ray.
probably thinking, oh yeah, it's gonna last a day or so.
Yeah, one cup probably should be a whole day. Like one cup shouldn't be done in 5 minutes of rain, man. Like, that doesn't make sense.
Fam, I finished it, I downed
Yeah,
it.
burnt like.
Yeah, no, it does burn, but it's a nice burn. I
No,
feel like
it's
it's
not.
just like,
No,
it feels like, you know when you have ginger? It's like
Not
that.
like ginger. Nah, not like ginger.
nah.
Ginger,
I'm right,
ginger,
though.
come on.
Ray and Nephew and Ginger beer, fam. That I'm
Is
gonna
it?
have
I'm
to-
gonna try that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try
My
that.
cousin put me on that last year.
I'm gonna try that.
I've been trying it ever since, because no one really has ginger beer like that. Like, it's not really that mix, and that's always there. But
Ginger.
that one right there, definitely recommend it.
Mm.
Ray by itself. We got Ray and Nephews
I
like that.
only drink Ray by itself still. So yeah, nah,
You back a
like,
bottle.
huh?
You back a bottle to yourself.
I done that on my birthday, but I fell off.
Do you remember? Of course, you're gonna fall off.
No, I was shocked though, because
Is anyone? Nah.
no, do you know I'm shocked
about
though. Let me be real, because when I drink like the bottle, you know the one that's this big, I drink that by myself and I don't fall off. I don't even get drunk. I just-
The second size bottle.
yeah, the second size. That's like
That's-
it's like £17, 16.
And
So basically, like,
no,
this
bigger.
size.
That's what.
No, that's
bigger than
bigger.
that.
That's the
It's
small.
probably like. It's
Nah,
the second.
it's
Yeah, I know which one, but
it's
bigger than
like
that
this.
still.
It's like this.
Yeah.
It's big. It's
Okay,
big,
now.
and it's wider as well. So that one, yeah. Are we done?
oh,
Are we done?
what do you mean we done?
Are we done now?
Yeah, we're not on the air, you know.
Oh God. Yeah. So obviously.
Brilliant.
No, long story
That
short.
finished half an hour ago.
I've been chatting for so
You thought you still
long.
recorded?
No, I knew.
Oh, I was gonna say, you was chatting barely,
this
so
is
on the
just
mic, you
a
know?
general talk now.
Okay, cool, yeah, nah. Nah, yeah, the moral of my story, the main thing I was talking about is how my manager cleans up my poo. Not my poo. No, because I want to say my shit, cleans up my shit, innit, but not
We're
my
not
poo.
on the air, innit? You can swear.
Oh, okay. Why did I say poo anyway?
Why are you so not? We've been off air. It's currently 12:33. She thought that we were still on the air this whole time.
No, I didn't.
It's calm, you know.
Anywho, long story short, yeah. So obviously, I drank a lot of Ray because I was angry, and I had an empty stomach. I remember everything that happened, but I was drunk. But I remember everything that happened. Like, it wasn't drunk as in out. It was drunk as in I know what I'm doing. Don't talk to me. Type of drunk. Like, when I'm drunk in that way, and I'm not drunk yet, I'm very.
Hey, don't talk to me.
But not like that. Like, how do I explain it? So we're shooting now, and my manager said that I was rude to someone. Who was it? Yeah. They were like, they came up to me to say, "Where's your manager?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I was just like, "Is that how I reacted? That is horrible. That is horrible." I was like, I would never do such a thing. Even when I went to a party, I drank bare Ray on an empty stomach. And I was drunk, but I knew what I was doing. But my friend said apparently I was on my phone, I was like, "Where are we going? Where's the cab?"
Okay, you only have one chance to make a good first impression.
No, but when?
In life, innit?
Oh, yeah. No, but it was when we were going, like.
Oh, we're deeper, like, especially like that was sort of that first time meeting. You're like, "Oh, where's your mother? Move like this."
That person known me.
Okay.
I said, was I rude to anybody else? She said no, it was just that person. You were very rude to them only.
Maybe because you knew them, innit?
And it's just that, no, but most of the people that I knew, some of the people I didn't, like the cameramen that I didn't know them, because I normally work with a different team, but that was different. So there's one person, I've known them, and apparently it was only that person I was rude to. Why? Because that person showed me not so much love, but so much love, and I respect that person as well. Like, it was so cool. Why was I rude?
You can look them in, like, look into the camera and apologize to them.
I'm sorry, Cam. Forgive me. No, I swear, like, I don't know why.
So what was the shoot like?
No, I spoke to him about it. I was like, "Bro, like, Sharon told me I was rude to you. I'm so sorry." And he was like, "Oh no, like, I've been with you when you're drunk before, and you never normally act like this. But I know how you are anyway. Like, you're my G, so it's calm, like."
So how was the video shoot in the end? With Rams and Steeple?
Yeah, Rams came, we shot everything, we just did it, just us. Bare people, we had dancers, professional dancers.
No Steeple?
No Steeple. And to be honest, I already paid for it, I organised it, people came from far, very, very far. So, and it's meant to go on GRM daily, like.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
Yo, Dan, which one we doing? Bad girls chilling with the gangsters, yeah. Say you want roll with me. Say you got the bad boys cooling with the girls, them, yeah. Say you want roll with me. Yeah, we gonna fuck up the place non-stop, yeah. Come on, let's make it drop. Fuck up the place non-stop, yeah.
Check,
Come on, let's
MD,
make
you already
it
know.
drop,
Look,
yeah.
I saw my crepes, vintage, windows tinted. I'm a gangster for life, that's why I'm on a gal them it list. I ate when I'm on the move like bitches. One bang to this brother's.
That's it. So.
One time Rams comes by, he doesn't really go with like entourage. He goes by himself or his manager. Swear, like, is that normally like two people with him?
Well, yeah, true. Even when I go to studio with him, the first ever studio session I had with him, he brought his two friends.
He hasn't got. He goes with like what, two people max.
Like, yeah. Why did he made family tree?
That's not family tree.
Yeah. What about the family? Innit?
Yeah, he's so calm. Like he's like a teddy bear. That's what I don't understand. How like certain people will be thinking.
It's really, it's not obviously you've got friends, isn't it?
Yeah, it's true. Like some people may not mess with me because I hang out with certain people.
Yeah, so it's like that's the unfortunate thing about life, innit?
Stories I told you last night because of stuff like that, and I was not even involved, but just because I showed that person.
It's about association, isn't it?
By association, indeed, and that's why you need to be careful getting out with. I'm careful, but I feel like sometimes if I've known you for years, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But then if you know that person's in too much pasta.
Who's someone who you would want to work with but wouldn't because of any kind of association or something?
Good question.
So I can beat this out as well. This is going to be long, man.
So you're not beefing anyone then, basically?
I'm not beefing anyone. Oh, Gino J. Like, he's decent. And we have, okay. Yeah, he's decent. Okay, I've already worked with him. You mean someone like...
I mean, like, alright, cool. Hypothetically, let me say you want to make a song with Smeepo. Obviously, he's a great artist. You guys will make a good song, but his affiliations and his
Oh,
past.
like that. Okay. So people that I haven't worked with.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a really good question. I'm going to be sitting here for a minute. Probably like. If the rumors are true, if the rumors are true about Beyonce